Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today finally I had this new Dacia Bigster hybrid 155, the full hybrid, for 2 days now, and I'm super happy to present you this car because I think it's one of the most interesting hybrid car that you can buy in this class with an affordable price, with super efficiency and super practicality. It's about the brand new Dacia Bigster full hybrid 155, and in this video of course we will drive the car and I will give you all the feedback. We will check also the consumption. We go on the highway, we go on the city, we talk about suspension, we talk about comfort, we talk about the steering feeling, and at the end of this video I hope you can get as many information as possible. Also, the version that I have with me is the Journey version in B color, B tone, with gray and black on the roof. 19-inch rims, 250 euro. Optional on the rear it comes with brake discs, and on the front of course ventilated brake discs. Lovely rims, but keep in mind those are the biggest one, 19-inch, but if you want to have a little bit better efficiency and a little bit better comfort over the bumps, I recommend you to go for the 18-inch because they are much more efficient and they look also good. But those 19 look extremely nice on the car. It fit really well with this Bigster. It's a beautiful car, the most expensive Dacia ever made, and also the most beautiful probably Dacia ever made. By the way, this is the keyless entrance. When you approach the car, it also unlocks. When you go farther away, it's locking automatically. Electric folding mirrors. It comes also with electric tailgate, but more about that, guys. Check out the full review video to find out more information about the car. Super spacious, extremely practical, but check out the full review because there in that video I explain you everything about the car, interior, exterior, material quality and so on. In this video we will focus more on driving. Anyway, this is the interior on the Journey. It comes with this tough material around this area, a little bit softer, but here in the middle we have the same material. It's really easy to wash it out. It's a kind of a impermeable material, like if you spill something you can wash it very simple. Electric, half manual, so you can adjust the headrest, not the headrest, the upper side of the seats you can adjust it electrically, and the downside of the seats you can adjust it electrically. But if you want to go forward, backward, you have to go manually. Normal pedals, electric electronic handbrake from here. Here you have a few buttons for e-save. E-save mean that the car will save energy and will save electricity, so it work only in a petrol engine, so that you can use later the energy from the battery. Let me start the engine for a while, or system. Press the brake. Here is the start stop engine system. And I want to explain you a few things before we start driving. Also, for the first time Dacia bring this panoramic glass roof, which look fantastic. You can also open it. I talk about that of course in the review video, so definitely check out that video. Now we have a center console. On the hybrid version, Extreme or Journey, you get this super high center console which looks super extremely expensive and premium, and I love the fact that my arms are just resting exactly where it's supposed to be. It feels good, it's practical, and it's also looking great. Physical buttons everywhere. Everything you touch inside this car, it's extremely efficient and ergonomic because you can reach every single feature, single settings extremely quick, which is very important. The screen here, the multimedia screen, is tilted to the driver, so the position of driving it's extremely nice. And this high-end center console make you feel like you're driving a much more expensive car. Great visibility around the windows, in the mirrors, perfect visibility. Also in this mirror up here, you can adjust the mirrors electrically from here, just like that. Super simple, super quick, so you can adjust them. Here you have refrigerated area. You can put your drinks, and it's cold, it's keep it cold. You have two cup holders. This is the parking button. Here's the gear selector, so you can go in reverse, go it forward, you reverse. You have 360 degrees camera because we have that pack with 360 degrees camera, so you can see the side camera, you can see the reverse camera, you can see the front camera. You can put it back in park. By the way, it comes with blind spot light technology warning. On the corners it comes with 360 degrees camera and parking sensors, front and rear, 6. With this package that costs you 500. It comes with heated steering wheel, heated seats, heated windshield. You have drive mode, the D and the B mode. B mode, you can see it also on the screen. You can see right now it's B, right now it's D. When you put it in B mode, the car regenerates more energy, you know. So when you release the acceleration, you're not going to use the mechanical brake as much. So the car will regenerate from electric motor, so it will bring more energy into the battery. And then in D mode, the car will kind of roll, so it's regenerating a little bit. Now here on the screen, because we have this digital screen with plenty of information, you can see how many kilometers you can still drive with a fuel tank, 50-liter tank. Here you can see the battery, 1.9 kilowatt hour battery, how much energy you have with blue. So we have less than half, probably 10 to 20% battery. Then you can see here different information about the speed, when it's charging, when it's driving eco, when you use more power. And you can also activate the autopilot, and not basically it's not autopilot, it's adaptive cruise control for the first time on a Dacia. Only on a hybrid, only on version hybrid 155 you will get adaptive cruise control as standard. Great stuff for the first time on a Dacia. And then from here you can configure it, different information on the screen. The car comes also with eco mode. From here you can activate eco mode and deactivate it. You can see on the screen when it's activated. So the car gives you less power. We will test it as well. You can also configure the screen here. If you want to see the map, connected to the Android Auto or Apple CarPlay only. Otherwise the map from the multimedia system is not going to show on the screen there. I'm not sure why is the reason, but if you connect your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, you can see the map here on the digital screen. You can see the driver assistant view and so on. So you can configure it how you want. You can configure the right side. Energy flow, it shows you a nice graphic with what happened with energy in real time, which is very cool, very useful to see when the car is driving electric, when it's driving in petrol and so on. Then you can see the eco monitoring, you can see the direction, you can see the media, you can see it empty, the water temperature and the consumption. We will reset the consumption in a second before we start driving. And here you have also a nice view that shows you the all road information, and it shows you also the electric information with what happened with the energy in real time, or you can see of course how efficient did you drive and so on. We will reset all this stuff and we will drive it. So let me leave it like that, but of course you can see the navigation if you want to have the navigation on the screen and so on. I want to give you a few technical data before we start driving, and then we will start driving. So this hybrid 155 that I have with me, it's a front wheel drive. The starting price is 29,500 euro, and for the car that I have with me, because it's almost full option, it's around 32,000 euro. It comes with a 1.8 liter petrol engine, 4 cylinders in line, plus one electric motor, 50 horsepower, plus another electric motor like a starter, very kind of a generator starter, and together will produce 155 horsepower, 170 newton meters. All this power is connected to a 4+2 multi-mode automatic transmission, 4-speed for the petrol engine, 2-speed for the electric motor. They combine it to give you the best efficiency, the best performance as well. The battery capacity 1.4 kilowatt hour. It's a 280 volt battery, 45 kilograms, not 1.9 as I said before. It's a 1.4 kilowatt hour battery. The top speed of the car 180 kilometer per hour, 0 to 109.7 seconds. Consumption around 4.7 liters, and we will check that in this video. We will be really interesting to see. I will have a separate video where I test it a little bit more, the consumption. Probably I will go in the city only to see how much we can save. CO₂ emission 105 grams. Tank 50-liter fuel tank, and the turning circle 10.9 meters, ground clearance 22 centimeters. The front suspension independent pseudo McPherson, and the rear suspension we have semi-independent suspension. The weight of the car 1,490 kilograms. 1,000 kilograms you can tow with the car. Those are the most important technical data and info. You know, Dacia claim that you can drive up to 80% of the time in the city only in electric mode. We will test that, and I have it for 2 days, so I know it works, but still we test it together. I will reset right now the consumption. You can see right now it's 0. We will drive with a climatic system on level 1 all the way low, the way I test all the cars that I have. So put it in drive, and then I will drive in B mode, by the way. Let me show you. First of all, we drive in D, you accelerate. You see, it's releasing the electronic handbrake automatically, which is great. So in D mode mean you accelerate, you release, and the car is just rolling, right? So this is how the D mode works. Just accelerate, and once you release the acceleration, you see the car is just rolling, but it's just regenerating just a little bit. Now the engine, the petrol engine, is running and it's charging the battery because we don't have too much energy in the battery. You can see the battery was almost empty because we stay here to film and the engine was on, and that's why we don't have any more battery. So keep in mind also when we check in the end the consumption, because that's matter, because we lost a little bit of energy in the beginning. Good. Then look at this, D mode, release, the car is just rolling, right? If you put it in B mode, you go down, you see, accelerate, and when you release the acceleration, the car is just recuperate a little bit more. It's used like a brake, like a regenerative brake. It's not one pedal drive, but it's pretty powerful and it's very useful. It's pretty efficient. Good. Now regarding the suspension, I have to tell you that I like the way they set up suspensions. They are pretty much set up to be comfortable. I would say around 60% to comfort and 40 for the sportivity. That's great, because you see over those speed bumps, they're pretty soft. They feel really comfortable, and I like that. I want to have a comfortable car in this class, at least. In this type of SUVs, you want to have as much comfort as possible to be as much nicer, pleasant inside here. So yeah, regarding the suspension, I'm happy with how they set it up and how comfortable it is. I didn't expect to be so comfy, but they're pretty good. And also the quality of the suspension, you can hear for yourself. The sound is a little bit deeper, so the quality is pretty good. You don't hear strange sounds, or you don't hear that articulation from the wheels strange. It feels well built, if that makes sense. We will talk also a little bit later about the suspension when we go at higher speeds, regarding stability, also in the curves, how the suspension react. Otherwise, it's very silent inside. The car doesn't come with double glass. But they say that they install a little bit thicker glasses, so that means you have a better sound insulation. And to be honest, at low speed, I mean up to 100 km/h, you know, you basically don't hear too much noise from outside, which is good. It's good. Steering wheel pretty assisted, so you can see it's not very heavy. It's also on the comfort side. I would say the same, around 60% to comfort and around 40% to sportivity, so more light, so it's easy to go around. The car, it's also not very heavy, 1,400 and something kilograms. It's not heavy for such a big car. It's not heavy, and you can definitely feel that. You can feel it like a light SUV, so it's not something that it's hard to control, or it's hard to brake, or it's hard to go around with it. You can see right here the steering, it's light, and also you feel that when you accelerate. And the cool part is that because you have one engine, 1.8 liter 4-cylinder, around 109 horsepower, plus 2 electric motors, 1 generator that help the petrol engine and help to start, to accelerate, and so on. And you have the 50 horsepower electric motor. You can see right now we are driving in electric. Right now it's electric only from the 50 horsepower electric motor, and that allow the car to have a much quicker response when you accelerate, when you need the power, right? So right now, for example, I press the acceleration, I need the power quick. You don't have that delay that usually internal combustion engine have, so you have a faster response because of the electric motor, which is cool. It's like instantaneous. Also, from time to time, I notice when the petrol engine is trying to charging the battery, you hear the petrol engine a little bit louder, not super loud, but a little bit louder. But otherwise, as long as you have battery, right, the engine is pretty silent, and the transition between the engine and the petrol engine, as long as you don't push it too hard, it's made really smooth. So that's very important, and we will see that, we will talk about that as we go in the video. Also, you can activate the eco mode. Right now I activate it, and when you activate the eco mode, the car will try as much as possible to give you less power, or to give you the power a little bit smoother, you see, and then it will stay at lower RPM as much as possible. So that's also very helpful to change a little bit faster, you know, the combination to be a little bit faster between those multi-mode transmission, which allow the car to give you much more efficient, much better result, much better consumption. Right now we are driving electric. You can see how silent and how smooth the car it is. I love this this feeling of driving this Bigster electric. So up to 80% of the time in the city you will be in electric. You see, right now we are in electric. We start from the traffic stop line, and until here, right now it's starting the petrol engine. Until here we have driven only in electric, and I like that. And you see, when you drive in eco mode, or when you don't press the acceleration too hard and you drive normally, then the transition and the engine is starting really smooth, really silent, in a natural way. Also, overall, the driving feeling when you're driving this car, it's very pleasant, it's very easy, it's silent, it seems like the system, it works together pretty well. The steering wheel, it's pretty assisted, so I can say that it's a very pleasant car to drive. The suspension, which are set up, as I said, a little bit to the comfort side, I can tell you that definitely they give you a pretty pleasant comfort inside. And yeah, even at higher speed, even in the curves, you have side support, you have a good position here, the seats are pretty comfy. So overall, I can say that it's a pretty well built car. And as I said also in my other videos, if I will have to buy a Bigster, I will get this hybrid 155 for sure. Look at this, it goes around so easy. Today it's super windy, by the way, something that I want to tell you that will be somehow not so good for the test regarding the sound insulation and the sound and the wind, because it's super windy. You can see the trees are moving, it's very windy. Yesterday was also windy, and yeah, we're gonna hear a little bit more wind, so that's not so fun, but it is what it is, so what can we do? Also, right now you see in B mode I released the acceleration and the car is just recuperating. It's not super strong like in a proper electric car, but it's strong enough to anticipate some traffic and to not use the brake, the physical brake, as often. Then you save some money because you don't have to change the brake discs and the brake calipers as often. You have also on the electric here a nice graphic that shows you what's going on and what engine it's running, or electric motor or the battery. You can see right now we are in electric only. So right now we are driving in electric. I want to activate and I want to show you the cruise control, how it works. It's not a proper autopilot, but you have this cruise control that you can set it from here, just like that. Let me activate it. And right now you set the speed, for example 80 km/h, and right now you can choose the distance from here, from the car in front. So you can choose to be farther away, or you can choose to be a little bit closer. And you can see right now, as long as you set the speed, the car will brake, accelerate, keep the distance between the car in front. So it's extremely useful when you stay in traffic, for example, because you don't have to worry about accelerate, braking, and it's working really good. And I tested yesterday, it's very good. So yeah, like a cruise control, like every other simple cruise control, but it doesn't have lane assist. It doesn't keep you between the lanes, right? So you still have to keep the steering wheel, but it has lane warning assist. Look at this, if you go outside the lanes, it's push you back between the lanes, and it shows you that yellowish color there. Look at this again, go outside the lanes, it's push you back. You see that? Now again, if you go outside the lanes here, or it feels like you go outside the lanes, it pushes you back between the lanes again. You see that? Look at this. Go outside and it warns you. Keep control. So this is everything. Otherwise, I'm happy to see that for the first time on a Dacia we have adaptive cruise control. Probably on the next versions we'll have also autopilot here, so that the car will stay between the lanes as well. But for the moment it's great because it's useful. It's very useful in the traffic. It's extremely useful. Right now we have only the petrol engine which is running in this moment, and you can see we have half battery. So at high speeds on the highway, keep in mind that most of the time we'll run the petrol engine. Of course the electric motor will help as well, but most of the time at high speeds on the highway the petrol engine will kick in. Now because it's windy outside, it's hard to tell, but in this moment, but yesterday I tested and I know about the sound insulation, and I tell you, up to 100 km/h the sound insulation, it's very good, pretty good. Over 100 km/h, over 120 km/h, start to hear some wind noise, because the car have also this kind of squarish shape. Then is normal somehow. The aerodynamic is not the best on the shape of the car, but relatively for the shape of the car and for what it is, this car, I would say sound insulation, it's pretty good up to 100 km/h, and then over you can expect to hear some wind and some noise from outside. You can see right now it's working in electric when you're cruising, when you're holding the speed, and then it's kicking the petrol engine right now. But you know the transition between those two, when you hold the steady speed, you never notice. It's just automatically. You never notice when the car is switching from electric to petrol. And even so, you don't hear right now. We keep the speed at 100. You don't hear the engine. Visibility, comfort, it's good. Suspension setup, it's pretty good as well. Somewhere, as I said, through the comfort. The steering, it's a little bit softer, and then if you want to drive a little bit more dynamic or sporty, don't expect to have a sporty car, expect to have a comfortable car orientated to the comfort. Now we will go out, and you can see right now I released the acceleration pedal, and the car is recuperating the energy back into the battery. So that's the biggest advantage we see. We have over half battery full, and then right now I'm not pressing the brake, it's just regenerative brake. You can see in curves, if you go faster it's leaning a little bit, but I told you that the setup is to comfort. It's not bad, it's pretty fine, but not a super dynamic sporty car, and I love it. This is the way they should set it up. I think the setup is good for what it is, this car. So now let's switch off the eco mode. Right now we are in normal mode. If you want to drive a little bit more aggressive, you press the acceleration, and it has a pretty quick response because you have that electric motor and also the petrol engine. When you press the acceleration, it feels almost instantaneous because you don't have that delay. Look at this, accelerate. You see, you go a little bit dynamic, it's kind of rolling a little bit, but it's normal for the car. But accelerate, the response is quick. I love that. I love this quick control. I love to see that I press the acceleration and I have the power there. This is a huge advantage of the hybrid systems. But overall, a very pleasant car to drive. Now here the side support help a lot because you stay really comfy on the seats. Now accelerate. You reach 120 without any problem. I mean the speed is pretty good. and the car and the engine doesn't feel to struggle too much, doesn't seems to have too much stress. It seems like it is having still power left, so that's good because it's not working under pressure. If you're trying to go a little bit faster, man, 130, the car has such a good stability. Even though the steering wheel it's a little bit softer, the stability of the car it's very good. The wheelbase, the big SUV, it sits well, great visibility from up here, very good control, and of course we hear some wind, not too much noise, but you hear some wind from outside. It's kind of normal. Blind spot technology in the corner, and it's also windy today, but overall it's pretty fine, pretty good. If you want to pass other cars, you can do that also at higher speeds. I think it's a great family car. It's not super sporty, so don't expect to be crazy sporty, but the performance are quite good, and I think for what it is, it's more than perfect. Right now again, release the pedal, we are in B mode, the car recuperate the energy back into the battery. Just like that. And we have, you can see, over half battery full, and I think until the end we recuperate even more. Look at this. Wow, it's around 60%, probably will reach 70% until the end. And right now we are going in the city, we are going to drive in the city, and most of the time we are driving in electric. Right now we are in electric. Look at this, only electric right now, and it's so smooth, man. I love this when it goes in the city and then the petrol engine is switched off and everything is silent and nice. I think the steering feeling and the light feeling, it's gorgeous. I think this Bigster will make for a full electric car. Will be amazing if they will make also a full electric car like that. Look at this, only electric. From where we get out of the highway until here, it's just electric. So the car is capable in the city up to 80% of the time to drive only in electric. So right now we are electric. What is down there? Still electric. That's the speed limit warning. You can deactivate it from here, very simple. You press it 2 times, now it's deactivated. It's very easy. I told you, every single button, physical buttons, are exactly where it's supposed to be. So if you want to change some settings, you can do it super easy without going into the multimedia system and searching for things there. And I want to show you a trick, because the car doesn't come with auto hold function, but I want to show you a trick when we go now in the city at a traffic stop sign. Again, we're still in electric, we are still driving in electric. Wow, impressive, right? The whole length of this, probably 1 kilometer, probably more, we are just in electric. Here it's a big speed bump, so you can hear yourself when we go over it. You see that the sound from the suspension is deep. It's really well made. And man, I think I can say for sure this is the best Dacia ever made. And is my favorite Dacia, to be honest. I really like it. If I have to choose one, I would definitely choose this Bigster on hybrid, of course. I like Duster as well a lot. Hybrid, I think it's great. But yeah, if I have to choose one favorite, probably will be this Bigster. And again, you see, we are in electric. The whole length from the highway until here, we drive only in electric mode. It's impressive. It's impressive. It's one of the best full hybrid on the market regarding driving in electric mode from what I test. You see, still in electric. It's incredible. Full hybrid that drive a lot in electric. It's crazy. I want to drive in the city a little bit more, so we have more stop and go and also some traffic lights, and then we will stop. But I want to make a separate video where I drive the car to the city to test the consumption. Look at this, it's lovely. Still in electric. What? Can't believe that. Can't believe it's so much in electric. And still in electric. Now the petrol engine is kicking just for a bit, and then it stopped. Higher driving position, great grip on the steering wheel. I really like the shape of the steering wheel. It has good grip, good size, good view on the screen there to the information. Now the petrol engine is kicking again. I can hear it, and this time it's a little bit louder because it's trying to recharge the battery. And yeah, I noticed that the loudest is when you hear it, it's when it's trying to charge the battery. Otherwise, when you have enough battery and it's just trying to kick in or helping or so on, then it's not so loud. I mean, it's not working as strong, as noisy. Now still electric. Crazy. Now the petrol engine is kicking. I press the acceleration a little bit harder, so I ask a little bit more power, and it's reaching so quick, the high speed. And sometimes you drive fast but you don't know you're driving so fast. So right now 70, and I don't know, I don't feel like I'm driving faster. I feel like I'm driving slower. That's a good sign that the cabin pressure is pretty good, insulated, and the sound insulation is quite good. I want to show you a trick here at a traffic stoplight. So when you stop, because the car doesn't have auto hold, how you make it stop, right? Because you press the brake, it's not going to stay. You press this button here, you see this? You press it once and now the car is stay. You make this auto hold through the through this cruise control system, and then right now when you press it, you know, it's activated, the cruise control, kind of the cruise control activated. But if you want to reset it, look at this, you press this 0, and right now the electronic handbrake is on. And when you start driving right now, it's like you're just the electronic handbrake, look at this, it's going off automatically. It's super smooth. So it's a great trick, the same as on Peugeot and Stellantis group cars have the same trick. Through the cruise control you can activate the auto hold manual. So you have an auto hold manual, so you can do this trick. There are more options. You can activate it like that, or you can also definitely activate the cruise control and then start driving and then press 0 if you don't want to engage the electronic handbrake. You can do it also without an electronic handbrake, so you press this and then you just accelerate, and then the cruise control you can deactivate it immediately by pressing this button. And I like that the buttons are easy to reach. They are around here, around the steering wheel, around this area, so super cool stuff. Yeah, you have almost everything you need. You have almost the all new technology that you will ever need in a car. And yeah, definitely it's pleasant to drive this car. And with hybrid system, I can't believe it's a Dacia, to be honest. It was one guy coming to me when I film the car and it says, man, if I didn't see the badge, I don't know this is a Dacia. Yeah, it's a Dacia. Yeah, probably he don't know too much about cars, but still, it's the same I can say with a driving feeling. If I close my eyes and just driving the car, you have certain moments when you don't know it's a Dacia. You feel like it's a much more expensive car, and for that reason I have a big respect for what Dacia do. Affordable cars, spacious, practical, and efficient car. Why I say efficient, even though I didn't even check the consumption on this trip, because I know it's efficient. I tested 2 days now. Let's parking here, and I know it's efficient, and I'm really curious what kind of numbers we get on this trip. Let me park it around here, because I wanna, yeah, let me park around here close to this car. I want to show you something regarding the cameras. You have also 360 degrees camera as an option. You can get this. You have active lines, you have front camera active lines, side camera active lines. No other cars give you side lines, you see, when you turn the wheels. Put it in park and let's check the consumption. Come on, I'm curious, really. 5.6, yay, not bad, right? 5.6 liter, and we have climatic system on level 1, and we drive on the highway, pretty high speed in the city, some stop and go, and yeah, this is the result. Pretty good result, I would say. But I have in plan tomorrow to go in super traffic and to travel the whole city in super traffic and to see what kind of numbers we can get. I will make a separate video about that, so stay close to see that as well. In general, it's a super pleasant car to drive for this price tag, for the money that they ask. I think it's a great offer, probably the best offer in this class. So definitely go and test it, see if you like it, because the car, it really impressed me. I mean, it's very efficient, and I noticed on the last 2 days that I drive it, it's very comfortable. It has some safety features, it has a lot of space, it's much more beautiful, and yeah, it has a pretty good price. That's the true, man. So that was the video. Don't miss out the full review. I have a separate video, full review, interior, exterior, technical data, all the information about the car. Definitely check out that video. Also the consumption video, check it out, and check out also the 404 version, because the videos are already on the channel. You can get even more information about it. So thank you for watching. I'm really curious to hear from you what you think about the car in the comment section. Also, I will leave in the description of the video all the technical data. If you want to find out something, check it out. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and we see you soon in the next one. Bye guys.